During a custody case, there's lots of means by which you communicate with the other parent. And this can be critical to your children as it relates to their mental health working through this process. We encourage people to be able to have direct, healthy communication as it relates to their children. Ideally, it can occur through emails or text messages and sometimes direct communication if both parties are on the same page and considering the impact that the divorce process has on their children. Sometimes we have to resort to using these parenting apps in order to monitor communications between parties. There are several that we use that are the most popular. There's one that is Our Talking Parents. There's one that's Family Wizard, and I'm sure there are others out there. These are the two primary ones that I see attorneys in the courts using. These are means in which parties can communicate without violating the other's privacy or being inappropriate. The court has the ability to scrutinize these communications. If you end up in a situation where you have to go to a judge and say, listen, this guy doesn't know how to talk to me, and we're not able to co-parent for that reason. That type of documentation can seriously impact your divorce case if one party or the other is just refusing to cooperate. I have a case right now where I have two parents communicating through the Our Talking Parents program, and every time the mother inquires as to a major decision regarding the children, the husband does not answer. He does not indirectly or directly answer. He goes off on tangents that are not relevant to what is being requested and what is being discussed with the other parent. When the court sees this kind of thing, they're going to be viewing whether or not the parties can share equally the parental responsibility if one parent or the other is interfering with the process of making major decisions together. One of the things that I encourage my clients to do during child custody cases when they need to have necessary communication is to set very, very clear boundaries. And when I say set boundaries, these boundaries need to be enforced strictly. Any deviation from a schedule of boundaries that you've established is just going to cause your communication to spiral back into a negative circumstance. As far as setting boundaries, I would suggest that during communications, if there's any deviation from the issue that's being addressed into something that is unrelated to the children, you stop the communication, you direct them to not continue that nature of communication. If they don't respond and they continue, I would suggest that you simply hang up the phone and not respond back to them. If they send you a text message that is not appropriate, you need to set a boundary. Don't respond to it. Don't respond, I'm not reading that. Don't respond. Don't do that. Any type of response is going to encourage this kind of communication to continue. The boundaries have to be firm and they have to be clear. In child custody cases, at times you're going to encounter uncooperative parents on the other side. Parents that are not able to put their own emotional issues, their anger, their frustration, their sadness, their pain, are not able to separate that from doing what's best for their children. And when you have an uncooperative parent, what I'm talking about is a parent that refuses to communicate with you, refuses to participate in necessary activities with the children, does not use their visitation that they've been awarded, does not communicate with the children, essentially punishing the children for the issues that they're trying to address during the divorce, using the children as a weapon during the divorce process, being uncooperative, being obstructive. And these are things that the court will look at very carefully in making custody decisions. If you have any questions about communication and setting appropriate boundaries and dealing with a difficult parent who is not cooperative and isn't communicating properly, contact Monarch Family Law and schedule a free consultation.